entire Lebanese government resigns as protests continue in Beirut after last week's catastrophic explosion. We'll have more reaction from the ground. The United States and Brazil remain by far the nations worst affected by the Covid-19 pandemic in terms of infections and also fatalities. Now, this past weekend, each nation passed a once unthinkable milestone. The US crossed 5 million infections, while Brazil has now recorded more than 100,000 deaths. New rules have been introduced in the French capital Paris today to try and contain a rise in coronavirus infections. Face masks now must be worn in public outdoor areas, such as along the banks of the Seine and in open-air markets. Now, these measures have already been in place in the southern city of Nice for a week. The actor Antonio Banderas says that he has tested positive for Covid-19 and is now in quarantine. Writing on Twitter, he said that he was feeling relatively well but felt a bit more tired than usual. He is the latest Hollywood star to announce that they have the virus after the likes of Tom Hanks and Idris Elba. We'll be looking at the second night of clashes which has erupted in Belarus. This is between police and protesters angry at Sunday's disputed presidential poll. Now let's turn to Belarus, where the main opposition candidate in Sunday's election says that she is refusing to accept the result. Svetlana Tikhanovskaya says that she considers herself the winner of the poll. Here she is.
The authorities should think about how to peacefully hand over power to us. So far, they've only responded with violence against peaceful citizens.
Well, the results were announced earlier on Monday, giving the incumbent Alexander Lukashenko 80% of the vote and a sixth term as president. And this is Mr. Lukashenko casting his vote on Sunday. He has ruled Belarus since 1994 and has been dubbed Europe's last dictator. None of the elections he has won previously were found to be free and fair by Western observers. Similar concerns are being expressed by Belarus's neighbours today. New research suggesting that so much ice has melted in Antarctica since the mid-90s, it could fill the Grand Canyon.